should we always be like that?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was a very exciting game, but in terms of game plan and structure and what we'd planned to do, it certainly didn't fit that. But you know, it had an end of season feel to it. There was a bit of a party atmosphere, and I think the players certainly bought into that. And I'm sure it made for a very attractive spectacle. But you know, that was us maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and we try to be a bit more pragmatic at times. But there we are. You know, thankfully we won. That was important, and I'm sure there were some great tries out there tonight. But you know, everybody bought into the atmosphere, and I think ultimately that would have been a great spectacle for people to come and watch.
Nice end up as well, Nigel, wasn't it, to give Stevenson.
Yes,
like that with the occasion and you know, the ovation he had when he came on.
I thought it was fabulous. You know, again we've had a huge crowd here at Parc y Scarlets, and I think that takes our average for the season just over 9,000, which is brilliant. And you know, we certainly we're appreciative of our supporters and they're following with us, and it's been fantastic this year. They bought into what we're trying to do. I think they're associating themselves with the players, which is important. And then we have to kick on. We realise there are elements of our game that we have to get right in order to compete with the best teams in Europe. And we have to work hard as a business to make sure that we can do that.
You see a player like Dominic Day put in a performance like that, Nigel. Is it regrets that he's leaving?
Yeah, I didn't want Dominic to leave. You know, we wanted to hold on to him. It was a decision that Dominic made ultimately, and you know, I know he thought long and hard about it. But yeah, Dominic was fantastic tonight.
When you see how close you've come to making the playoffs, do you look back in individual games that went wrong, or is it just collectively not just quite good enough this year? What do you think?
I think there's a couple of things. You know, probably our set piece hasn't been consistent enough and good enough to give us the platform that we needed, and also to take away the platform that other sides have had. But there are certainly individual games that we can look back at, and key moments in individual games, and they do cost you. But you know, that's about repetition. It's about core skills. And it's about that set piece here and getting that right.
The season as a whole, you've certainly progressed, haven't you?
We have. You know, I'm relatively pleased with the season. We've supplied the international sides with a lot of young talented players, and they'll only get better for us now. The core of those players remains at the Scarlets, and what we have to do and work hard as a business, and certainly we, from a rugby perspective, are working very hard to source players who can come in and bolster our pack to make sure we're competitive in that area. What we've been very good at over the last 2 or 3 years is bringing people under the radar in and developing them. You know, people like Ben, people like Kieran Murphy, Andy Fenby, and Liam, of course.
And how advanced are you with those four?
Yeah, we're quite advanced. We're doing a lot of research. Sometimes when you do a lot of research, you know, the players that you think are right for you, you realise they aren't, possibly. So, but we're going to make sure we get it right, and you know, we have got funding available to bring in players to bolster our team and bolster our pack in particular. But I won't be bringing anybody in, and you know, it's not as if there's a whole load of people out there. We have to be very careful, and the players that we do bring in will have to be of the right calibre. So that's why we're doing a very diligent process.
And Morgan seemed in a fair bit of pain when he came off. What was he doing?
Yeah, it's a hamstring injury, and we just have to wait and see really whether it's a tear and the level of that tear.
Nice to get a penalty try for the scrum today.
Yeah, you know, Garin made Garin's year really, and he's worked very hard, and you know, we appreciate all the work that Garin has done. And yeah, you know, we felt that there would be an area where we could have dominance today, and we certainly did that.
Is Garin with you again next season? Was there a plan there? Or?
Yeah, we'll be making some announcements over the next couple of weeks in terms of what the structure of the back room looks like, and you know, that's something we want to move forward as well. And also over the next couple of months, you know, we hope to be announcing some signings on the field as well.